Got a little older, one of my real good friends suggested, because they had the draft in place back then and the Vietnam War was going on, suggested that we go into the Coast Guard rather than get drafted, and where you go into the Army and you really have no course. And with the Vietnam War going on, it was more than likely you may be sent over there. So he talked me into going into the Coast Guard with him, and that's kind of why I ended up in the Coast Guard. And about 3 years into it, I was getting down to the end of my enlistment thinking, what am I going to do now? Because I really didn't want to stay in the Coast Guard. I wanted to move on. And it was one of those things where I happened to be driving across the Bay Bridge, picking up, I was doing a parts run because I was on a ship to get parts for the engine room, and I saw a highway patrolman sitting on the side of the road there on his motorcycle. It was a sunny day, and I said, yeah, I think maybe I might be interested in law enforcement. That's what sparked the interest. And when I got out of the service, I went to school taking law enforcement courses, and that's what got me into that field. And I have no regrets. It's been a very good career. When you're in the military, you come out, you have what they call the GI Bill, which means you can go to college and you get it, they give you money, you get like a paycheck, if you will, and they also, you get your tuition. And that's up to 4 years. So if you have 4 years in the service, you can get 4 years of education. So I was able to, you know, get a small stipend to go to school, as well as I could work and then go to school. And so I went into law enforcement, and I really liked it. I really liked the training, the classes, and again, it gets back to being happy and enjoying. And I knew taking the courses, criminal law, evidence, patrol procedures, it really struck me. It came easy because I had an interest in it. And so, you know, when you're struggling with classes because you don't like them, it's probably not the field you want to be in. But when you go to a class and it feels like, this, I really enjoy this. I mean, I'm really getting a lot out of it. It's coming easy. I get it. That's the kind of thing you say, yeah, you know, I want to do that. It really fits. Well, it's not unusual to make unpopular decisions. Well, you know, part of life is you're never going to please everybody. We understand that. There's people that support an item and people that oppose it. So if you oppose it, you're going to upset the people that support it, or vice versa. You know, you can't. So you try to compromise. I always approach every decision looking at not the issue, but what's best for the entire community. What's best for the city long term. That's critical. You know, there's a lot of people that focus on one agenda item, what's important to them. That's the only thing they care about. My job as a council member is what's best for the community today, and more importantly, what's best for the community in 5 years, 10 years. And you got to make your decision based on what's best. That doesn't make a lot of people happy sometimes. They're more focused on what's important to them today, but that's not what's in the best interest of the city. And it gets back to redevelopment we talked about. Some of the decisions that were made early on were very popular decisions at that time, but long term they weren't really what was best for the community long term to build the economic base of the city. So, Cloverdale is a beautiful, beautiful town. It's I think I like because it's got the community really pulls together when necessary. We have a beautiful setting. We have fortunately we have very low crime here. We're very safe. It's one of the what I consider one of the nicest towns in Sonoma County. I spent probably 20 years in Healdsburg, and Healdsburg's changed significantly. It's much crowded, much more expensive, and that's all because of the high tourism that comes in there. And so Cloverdale is definitely got a lot of things on the drawing board. We have a lot of programs that are coming down, things that we're working on as a community. So I think it's, I just like the city all around. So.
Hi, I am Yunwen Sanchez.
I'm Palla Toledo.
And I'm Elizabeth Ruiz.
Hi, my name's Jacob Elliott.
Hi, my name is Haley Zavala.